Hey, me, Grandpa. Like what you see? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe then. Please touch my furs.
I feel like I'm forgetting something here. I really don't want the last forced overtime. That's fine. So, no reason for privileged status. This kind of doesn't matter. Using Zeus's attack. Your chain lightning effects attract enemies and bounce more times. I wonder how that's going to work. So we need lightning strike, and then we just need HESTIA's special.
What's the worst
that we
that
do?
could happen?
Hopefully it's fun. I think we kind of tried it and it didn't work out last time, though. Triple Bomb is really strong with Lucifer. Is it too good, though? Probably, but I'm going to do it anyway. When it's 32 heat, I think pulling punches for the sake of just making things a little more unique is possibly not the best idea. Nice. Oh, whoops, I just realized. No! Do. Ooh, okay, so I think we actually take HESTIA first here, because HESTIA is the other main god. We'll still have the Zeus keepsake on, so we'll still get the guaranteed Zeus later. That works out, but it has to be the special from HESTIA is the only ish. And then we have to get Zeus's attack also later. Okay, special, don't care about the rarity. I gotta listen to the voice lines. So the special attracts enemies together. I don't know if or how it works on bosses though, really. Okay. Hello. Chaos? Sure. Sure. Why not? Special damage is good. That triple bomb's really strong. I guess we'll palm it? 3 times spread on Lucifer. I don't think it's very good because you can't centralize the damage. I guess it has some like AoE bonuses, but it's pretty mild overall, it feels. Whoa, you okay there, Chief?
Good enough to eat. Not yet.
There's Zeus. I don't think we want to do that. I guess we'll skip the shop for that. Looks cool, not very functional. Yeah. I think there's just better options. There's worse hammers overall in the game, but on Lucifer, there's especially better hammers pretty much every single time. Okay, we got the attack. Very good, we're set up. Jump in that juicy duo.
Good seeing you.
Been getting the hankering for more speedruns lately, so we haven't done them very much. Gave Lucifer special treatment with all the hammers. It feels like it has more, but I'm not certain it only has like one more than the other hidden aspects, I think, in reality. It could be crazy though.
Delicious.
I remember having this discussion with Amir.
Juicy.
Because I was telling him Gilgamesh feels bad because there's only like one special hammer for it, and it doesn't feel good. I feel like it's not good. But then he pointed out to me it only has like one less. Lucifer is the only one that has one more. I was like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. They probably just want to keep it even. Just made Beowulf OP instead. I think they didn't know at the time, because even the community didn't think well of Beowulf. I just don't think they knew. Or didn't think much of Beowulf. I think the pick rate was probably very low on Beowulf or something. And so they didn't really touch it much, or they were waiting for people to figure it out, but maybe waited too long. As far as 4 extra hammers, it's probably just to balance out the fact that they had to drop some other ones like Hazard Bomb, right? And Spread Fire and Delta Chamber. It's probably just to even out the number of hammers overall.
All set.
We'll go to the shop. Yeah, it seems to be working well. We'll grab Dio, I guess, just to start filling the holes.
I'll take it.
30% attack speed is quite interesting, I'll say, with this. Positive outlook? And health, too. Okay. I mean, Triple Bomb is just the best in slot for Lucifer. So. It's gonna look pretty good. Trash God. That face when she calls you Trash God. Man, that biome took forever, huh? Do. All right. Oh wait, do I have to sell something? I don't. Okay, scared the crap out of myself. I got rid of that for the sake of this run. Yeah, we want the dual boon, so we'll pay for that too, I think. I almost sold something. I could have sold Positive Outlook anyway for the monies, but I think it's okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Hermes. All right, will you or will you not play Hades during early access, chat? Why and or why not? Hades 2, sorry. Because I guess I get a little maybe not confused, but I'm surprised when people are big fans of the original, but they said they don't want to play early access. Nope. I understand the point of waiting, but I'm still like, I don't have that kind of willpower for games I'm really looking forward to. You probably won't. Oh. Yeah, you'll end up watching me play? Yeah, that's fair. Probably not, because you haven't played the first one forever. Why would that change if you play the second one in early access? Oh, so you don't feel like you're in a rush, or? Lot to catch up on your seamless anyway. You think you're gonna play it very minimally? You're gonna play, you think it'll be fun to be part of it? You don't want to be burned out by the time one Peona hits? Tell me about it. I mean, special speed would be kind of helpful here, but I don't know if I care that much. Let's just take Hyper Sprint. Ooh. So I don't have Yarn anymore. Let's do Eurydice, then we'll do Nectar.
Off we go.
He's on Switch, so probably not. Plus, I want to experience the game when they release it for the full story polish. I think part of the problems with me having played so much during early access was that I had a hard time like keeping track of the story because I got it like piecemeal a little bit. And I had to constantly remind myself, like, what happened, kind of thing. So that is kind of true. But they didn't really add the biggest chunks of the story until after 1.0. Everything else was just kind of lore about each character for the most part, I think. And not so much actually what's happening in the house. It felt, at least.
I'm empty.
Do bum 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 bum.
What's in the pool?
We don't want to buy another yarn. That's a waste. Go to the shop first, because again, we still have the keepsake on, so we're fine. You don't want to watch because of spoilers? Sorry, Dan. Oh, I don't care. It's fine. I get it. 32 heat. Do I want the health? Do I need the health? I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. Yeah. It's definitely gotten to the point, I don't watch other people play video games. There were times like I'd watch people play certain games on like YouTube, but not so much anymore. I'm video gamed out in a sense.
In the name of Hades.
And about we got it. Magnetic Farce. Your chain lightning effects attract enemies and bounce more times. Let's see how it feels, huh? You don't really deal more damage. It could be pretty wonky. It's not gonna work on these enemies. Magenta fires. Oh my god. I kinda can't tell. I kinda can't tell.
I'll just take that.
Full honesty, I kinda can't tell. Attacked? Oh yeah, there's a typo in there. File that one. Take the free health. I don't know, I'm not seeing the attraction necessarily. Oh. For some reason that little flick sound effect seemed extra loud.
Not really in a talk.
I'm trying to think if there was a game that I avoided specifically for spoiler reasons. I don't know. Again, I probably don't really watch a lot of other people playing games, but boom, boom. Come on, hello. Boom.
You and me, seven hide your head.
Do.
There we go.
Hello? Bum. Ooh.
Enough.
No release date, no news. Nothing besides that trailer and the FAQ they released the same day.
That blasted Hydra never takes my feedback.
What do I want to use here?
Should I take the train?
Guess I'll keep that. Patience, chat. Patience. It'll come. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a surprise. Those bastards. 100%. Let's do the money for a biome. I'll do that.
Help keep me going.
Yeah. I wonder, that's an interview question I'd love to ask Amir. How do they, especially at the time, there was so much discussion soon after the launch of Hades. I think it was right after the launch of Hades. Around crunch and burnout in the video game industry because Cyberpunk came out soon after, I think. Or when did Cyberpunk come out? 2021 or 2020?
Fine catch.
Have I remembered to not skip dialogue yet? No, I keep forgetting. Yeah, I thought it was 2020, but I couldn't be certain.
Not yet.
Late 2020. Okay, that's what I thought. So there was a lot of discussion around that. I wonder how they handle it at Supergiant. You remember that stream? God, what a clusterfuck that stream was. The technical issues just never stopped. It's funny because I didn't encounter a lot of bugs, but just like the game, I couldn't run the game properly. Oh yeah, and then I started like massively early or something. Flash fire targeting system. I kind of like targeting system with triple bomb better. Apollo. Yeah, I had the wrong release time or something, which is very on brand for me, so. The lag was fine, you got used to it. I think that was at a point in time where like I had a hard time coming to terms with it, because that was still pretty new, right? Just a few months into doing that full time. So having those kinds of technical difficulties, like I couldn't stand the idea of it. I never turned that game back on.
Sorry I missed that big party in your father's domain, Zagzag. Dionysus told me it was quite exquisite. I wish I was able to be there, but...
We're unlikely to get spoiled anyway, because I skip all the dialogue. Your call makes you impervious and fires a beam of light for 2.5 seconds. Believe there's a duo-boon around that. I probably wouldn't forget in the sequel because blind afflicted foes are also struck by lightning once per second. Oh, I don't remember that one. Inflicting blind. After you take damage, damage foes around you and inflict blind. I would probably be good in the new game for a while. I enjoy a good story in games, or do I just... Do you like to just do gameplay? Kind of goes back and forth. I mean, we played all the way through Outer Wilds, right? And I really enjoyed the story of that. It kind of depends. I think, for the past several years, I've really played a lot of cheap indie games, you know, like talking $20 or less, and a lot of those just don't really... When you look at them holistically, like many, they skimp, especially on the storytelling part. So I've kind of trained myself to skip them a lot. Future Sight. Gain 1 reroll for every 2 boon. Receive 1 reroll now. Using a fountain grants you permanent protection. Damage from foes is less effective. From distant foes. I like a good story, but the problem is I always have a hard time figuring out which games have worthwhile stories for me to invest mentally into. Does that make sense? I mean, Future Sight doesn't sound very good, but I'm gonna take it anyway. More boons for the boon god. I don't care about Dio boons right now. Outer Wilds gameplay is a story, though. Outer Wilds is very different from the average game, to say the least. They told a very good story. Hey, I didn't get any dialogue. It's not my fault. Your boons with attraction effects attract further and more foes. How does that work with the duo boon, you think, chat? I don't usually, I guess one way of looking at it is, it's pretty rare I pick out a game that is known to be very story driven to play. Because I think that's not what I'm naturally drawn to. Gameplay at the end of the day is usually what I focus on. And so I have a tendency to accidentally skip things around and not pay much attention. But when I do play a story driven game, I usually end up enjoying them, assuming that they're, you know, well done. So we played the God of War games and everything. Oh, that's the laser. Why aren't I moving? Oh, looks like they made that effect better. Oh, it automatically aims now. Why isn't it hitting the enemy though?
Enough.
Makes you impervious, fires a beam of light. Okay.
Let's keep this between us.
Last of Us, Red Dead, I haven't played them. Too patty. You hated story stuff as a kid? As a kid, I loved like the Final Fantasy games, which had odd stories to say the least. But I did actually like them quite a bit. Oh wow, do you see that attraction from the specials landing? Wow, it's actually pretty cool. I don't know if it really works with the attack though. I don't understand the call. Oh, if I hold down the button, I think I can aim it? Can't tell. I'll build up full call.
Should help keep me going.
More Zeus. I'm trying to think of other like big story-driven games, but I mean, me growing up meant like PlayStation 1 and N64 games mostly, so not that those story-driven games didn't exist, but definitely not the same. Jolted. Very good. Final room, free boon. Bum, 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 bum. No dialogue, sad day. Using a fountain gives you bonus gold. Take Radiant Dash to inflict blind? Kind of okay.
Time for the main event.
N64 at Zelda. I mean, there's a story told there, but I don't know if it's like the pinnacle of storytelling. Ocarina of Time, really. You know, it's not the same. Again, it's a good game, but that could be an unpopular opinion here. It's not a bad story, but it's not exactly, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that intrigued by it. All right, I'm using the beam right now, if you can't tell. I'm invincible, there's nothing I can do. I can't move or anything. OOT story is okay, no more, no less. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? When you look at the Zelda storyline holistically across all games, it gets quite a complicated and kind of interesting, but looking at each individual game is a bit different. Majora's Mask, I think, is actually better told and more interesting than Ocarina of Time. I will agree to that.
Which one?
Acorn or Tooth, kind of don't matter.
Cut through Elysium.
Do 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 do. Loop Hero was an honorary JRPG anime style character portrait's final boss is God. They had that like Super Nintendo turn-based, or you know, real-time turn-based game style definitely going on. Or Zeus. Yeah, Moonface is Majora's Mask.
Come and get it. Ready. No use.
I mean, when I was a kid, I know chat's all like a bunch of 20-year-olds or whatever. There just weren't a lot of games that told an intriguing story, so it's something that I almost had to grow accustomed to. Do 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 do. Oh, sorry. Chat's all a bunch of Chat GPT bots. That's all it is, actually.
Zagreus.
I'm trying to think. What was the first like I was shocked and interested by building strength? Very good. The story. It was probably the like Final Fantasy 7 or 8, honestly. If I were to guess. It felt strange that there was this game out there that was so focused on telling a story.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
To me.
I bet
Never
it's
played
okay.
Okame. I never really played an RPG on like the Super Nintendo.
It's no use.
Unless you want to count Zelda. I played like Mega Man X and like Mario and Kirby and like games like that, but yeah, I never had any like the JRPGs when I was a kid. I didn't get into those until I was a little bit older. Do 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 do. I'm closer to being 50 than I am to being 20. I think I'm okay with that. I don't think that gets to me.
Chat with Cerberus. Pleasure doing business.
Is there anything useful here? Not really. I got all those re-rolls for nothing.
Cerberus.
Mustache really adds? Damn right.
Thanks, boy.
Every Supergiant story always gets you right in the feelings, yeah. I think like Bastion was like a game like, I was just like, Jesus,
Been waiting
this
long.
hits hard. And it was one of the first. Can't say it was the first.
Of adamant can vanquish
Kind of
me.
hard to think that far back at
We'll
this point.
momentarily find out.
You know, like 10 years ago. I don't know. I remember Final Fantasy X hitting hard when I was a young lad 20 years ago. When I was a young warthog. Beam.
My chambers just aren't as enjoyable to find.
How you fucked up crying over a sword. It's interesting, like, I guess I won't, like, spoil the ending to Transistor too much. But after witnessing it, and then seeing Greg, the creative director of Supergiant Games, say they're not in the business to make sad games or sad stories or something like that, talking about Hades, I'm just like, bro, what? Excuse? You know how many times I cried during that game? Pardon?
There.
Not upset. Hashtag not upset.
Moving back. I have something for you.
Transistor not coming to console. Is it not on any console? Let's go big beam here, baby. Can I cancel? I cannot cancel it. Keep going. Jesus, that lasts forever. Not an Xbox. It's on the Switch. Having a Switch and PS4. Okay, just not an Xbox. Hades 2 will be on everything, guaranteed. I think one of the big reasons they switched from, because I think everything was like programmed in C#, and then they, in the middle of Hades development, they converted everything to C, which is a huge undertaking, I'm sure. Right? And I think that's to kind of make it easier to port the games, I think. I think, I'm pretty sure, I watched the Noteclip documentary. They called it native C. Native C is just C, right? I'm not in the biz, so. Beam. Boom. Well, I don't think the Duo Boon did much, but it was kind of like a nice showcase overall of the mod and everything at the least. Hammond, thank you so much for those 20 emotes. 3 o'clock, I gotta pee. Why don't we do like a quick Hestia speed run, but we'll try it. Yeah, sorry, Hera speed run with Hestia cast. The Apollo cast.
In the name of Hades.
I'll look at it in the codex, but I don't know if it worked that well. All right, so let's highlight Lucifer's attack. Get rid of that. Where's that Duo Boon? I don't know if the attraction thing is that powerful with Hestia, really. I just don't know if the effect overall is really worth considering. It's just not that... I just don't think it's that impactful overall of an effect. You loved Hades, we love Transistor? Yes, go play it.